Hey, you ready? Welcome to the Say Michael podcast. Hey, what's up? How are you? How are you feeling? Welcome to the Say Michael podcast, one man's attempt at business, family, and comedy. I'm your wonderful and gracious host, Michael Agbajan. And yes, we are here on the 32nd episode, the Big 3-2. We are making waves. We're keeping it moving 1 week at a time. 1 week at a time, I come to you and have been coming to you for almost a year. And this is the most fun ever. And I'm actually feeling really good, really great energy right now because we won an award. And by we, I'm speaking of the Waterboys. And what I'm showing you right here, if you're watching, you're looking at a platinum crystal plaque of, we got the Dallas Awards program gave us the Business Hall of Fame for 9 consecutive years for the best automobile washes in Dallas, Texas. That's pretty amazing. And when I tell people that, our washes are award winning, I hope now that you're listening. I hope you're listening now because the washes are 9 consecutive years, best automobile washes in Dallas. Let's get it. Thank you, Dallas Awards program. I really appreciate you because we're still in weird times right now. Business is still kind of like up and down, up and down, up and down. It's a little bit kind of like right before somewhere in the June area, late May, when we're talking about reopening the economy, at least in Texas. And as you know, the COVID-19 transmissions have skyrocketed all through the nation, but especially in like hotspots like Texas and like Florida and Arizona. But right now, people are in a definite gray zone of not knowing what to really do, what to prepare for, because this whole situation is wild, especially when you see other countries doing better and we're just pretty much stuck. But that's what I'm trying to figure out now. It's kind of like how do we like pivot again? Like, do we pivot again? Do we keep grinding? I guess that's what it is. At the barber school, I know we got the van, like I told you all last time, but we just, we're getting it wrapped, getting all that done. And that's actually being done right now. We got everything on a good deal. Let's just say that. Get the wrap costs probably just as much as the van, but we got the van at the auction. So, good things coming with that, just bring a little bit more awareness to the school. Also another means of transportation. And that's going to be awesome. But some other things that that are happening that you probably already see is that Joe Biden picked Kamala Harris, and right now, I haven't really been paying attention to too much of what people have to say about the whole thing, but I definitely know that people are upset or happy or enthralled. I mean, all different type of emotions when it comes to him picking Kamala Harris. And I must say that now he has like an unstoppable ticket. I think he's definitely going to take this one all the way in, just with that pick with Kamala Harris. And the reason why is that she's a super strong woman. I know they're probably different on a lot of things when it comes to policies and things they've done in the past, but them together, it does make sense. It does make sense that someone like, Joe Biden, she seems like a very yin yang to him. He's a little bit more calm and reserved, and she's a little bit sharp, But this is not a moment of like, do we stick together in this way when it comes to like being Democratic or Republican or by race or by women? It's really not about that. It's just committing to getting whoever's in office now out. Because if it was a hot chocolate chip cookie going for presidency, I would vote for the hot chocolate chip cookie. I'm just letting you know that because anything's better right now. A warm bottle of water going up for presidency might get my vote more than what's currently in office currently. And, so I know that, like I said before, that, all Biden has to do by November is just not die. As long as he doesn't die by, um, by November, then he has everyone's vote. Not everyone, but he's going to win. And I know that it probably pisses Donald Trump off a little bit by having Kamala Harris because, they kind of differed in the past. But I know he's a little bit worried now. He's like, what can I do to kind of like bring them down? And he's trying everything. He is trying everything. He's saying that, Biden and Kamala Harris is going to be the most leftist, administration in history. And we have to like fight against that. And that's not really sticking. But there's a lot of things that are happening right now because, yeah, but I'm for it. I was going to go that direction anyway, any direction other than Trump, just as long as it wasn't worse than Trump. And right now, I don't see anything worse. Like I was telling you, one thing I see that's kind of going down, that's getting worse, is those riots in Chicago. If you're not familiar in the Inglewood area of Chicago, there's a situation that happened with like a Latrell Allen, and this guy, I guess he had altercation with the police. The police shot at him. I don't think they. I think they shot at him, at Allen, and then Allen shot back, and they said that he shot first, and that's why they shot at him. But the issue is that he wasn't wearing a body cam, and as you already know, things are already crazy enough in places like Portland, Chicago, LA. Just there's a lot of like major city areas that are having issues. New York and in Chicago, I guess when that happened with Mr. Allen, everyone on social media was talking about, let's go loot downtown Chicago. So they're like looting and rioting in downtown Chicago. And it's just crazy. Lightfoot, the mayor was talking about how, the issue is more about the fact that, they're not wearing body cams, but there's just a lot of things going on right now. You got people who feel, empowered and things that are by what's happening on social media, and the fact that they calling for like riots and demolition of like property and looting on social media and people gathering, and it's just super sad. I hope this doesn't curtail or align itself at all with like anything Black Lives Matter or anything George Floyd, or it's just there's a lot of chaos. But see, I want you to be wary of the chaos that you see, because now that the elections are happening and that they're coming up, everyone's coming at America trying to push misinformation and false news. So you have to really be on it when it comes to critical thinking. And it's not something you can learn in overnight, as far as how to decipher what's real and what's not real. But it's definitely an acquired skill, because right now it's much needed. The things that are going on and the information that's being spread, you have some provocateurs who want to see the flames get bigger. They want to see like what else could happen, when it comes to having people against one another. And that all that turmoil is good for foreign business. So there's a lot of people like Russia, China, even parts of India that are coming at our election system, trying to, just bring any level of shred of doubt into it, to not only not encourage people to vote, but then to confuse people, and then to have people fight with each other, hoping that they would support the particular cause. But, yeah, what's happening in Chicago is wild. But, that's what's also happening. People are probably, Portland was, getting crazy as well. But then in LA, people are starting to like migrate away from violence. it's I don't know if it's violence or homelessness or whatever, but people are coming from Cali and they're saying, okay, we want to go to Texas. Everyone right now is like the spot to go is Texas. Oh, we're gonna move to Houston, Texas, or Austin, Texas. And a lot of LA people look at Texas like, look, I make, I live in a $400,000, 1,200 square foot home, and in Texas for $400,000, I could live damn near in a mansion. You'll be out in the boonies a little bit, but look, for 400K, 500K, look, anything above 500K in Texas will get you damn near whatever you want. Let's just make that clear. But people are escaping all the homelessness and all the things that are happening in LA. And I see it everywhere. Again, the whole work from home situation. Now that people are where they're at, they're looking at their neighborhoods, they're looking at the situation, and they're like, I need to get out of here. And, Joe Rogan, he's already moving. You got some other particular comics who are moving out of LA, and they're talking about the whole LA comedy scene is going to be dismantled because of what's happening with like Chris D'Elia. And I mean, that whole crew, Chris D'Elia, Joe Rogan, Joey Diaz, Brian Callen, Brendan Schaub, Bobby Lee, like they're all in this little group, this little community, and they're all starting to dissipate and go different ways based on, people exposing people getting exposed in LA. But yeah, everyone wants to come to Texas, and I feel that, because this is the best place to be. Just saying, it's crazy out here, and you have better gun laws and better taxes, but it gets wild out here. So if anybody is new to Texas, welcome. If anyone's thinking about coming, come through. Dallas is lovely. Dallas is a beastie city, especially for business. Let's just run business real quick. Right now, partnerships. If you look, I'm not into partnerships like that, but right now, if you're looking at the climate as far as like how businesses are trying to survive in this type of climate, they're looking for the proof in partnerships. And you have Walmart, who's actually partnering with Instacart, which is great because they're trying to do the whole same day delivery of groceries to your home because of Amazon. They know Amazon got Whole Foods on lock, so they're trying to beat them out. So they're actually partnering. So Walmart's partnering with Instacart just to like pivot and leverage in this climate to deliver. And then also Levi, I don't know if you heard, like the jean company, no one has worn jeans since pre-COVID. So they're struggling. They're down like 60%. They're not doing very well. And they said, oh, what we're going to do, we're going to partner our way out of this. And you can't partner your way out of everything, but they partnered with Uber. And what they're going to be doing is having an experience where you could order jeans online and then have an Uber driver deliver it to your home same day. Who cares? It's sad because some of these companies, I don't know who's in the role of like content management or marketing or, just the idea stages of it. But that idea is terrible. It's to say, oh, okay, maybe we could create like a jean level experience where we have a concierge, figure out what works best for this particular customer. And then they'll select the jeans online and then we'll have it folded and delivered to the house the same day. Why? All that is not even necessary. It has nothing to do with jeans. It has nothing to do with jeans. And that's your solution out of this, is to partner. You might as well just partner with Nintendo and say, like, you're going to create some type of Nintendo jeans. Like that'd be just as bad. So, people are trying to find the proof in the partnerships, and it's, some may win like Instacart and Walmart. Some may lose like Levi and Uber, but Uber and, they actually lost that case in California, where I guess they have to classify all their drivers as employees. And right now they're they lost against that, and Lyft lost against it. And they said that if we don't, this is Uber. They said if this is not overthrown, if this is not reversed, this decision, then we will have to halt services in all of California for several months due to this. And I get why. I get what they're saying. It might be somewhat of an empty threat, but when you have to classify someone as an employee, yeah, it is a lot more expensive. You do have more control, though. You do have more control. But when you talk about a state like California, it's an employee state, not an employer state like Texas. So I can imagine having employees and, someone not performing the way they should and still having to keep that employee could be bad for business. But that's what Uber and Lyft are going through right now. They're like, all right, if y'all don't reverse this right now, we might have to be out, because, Lyft is taking L's too. Lyft is not doing well. Uber's not doing well. So they're just trying to, keep alive through this whole situation that we're going through. So the fact that Uber's talking about suspending services in California, I can see that, even though things are supposed to be like popping back. I think y'all know that Trump, he signed an executive order to suspend payroll taxes for anybody who is making under 100,000, and then also to give that, instead of it being $600 a month of federal stimulus, he's actually going to give $300. No, it was $600 a week for the federal stimulus, and now it's going to go from $600 to $300, and he's also going to defer the student loans. So he's going to defer student loans and forgive the interest temporarily. Hopefully that kicks things back up for some of these companies. But man, we're just in it right now. We're just in it. Like it's so hard to describe, like what climate that we're in. And, it's funny because, the American savings, like everyone's savings accounts, is at the all-time high. It's like a U.S. record of the most money being saved at this very moment. And people are feeling that that's happening because of the uncertainty of what's going to happen in the next few months. So everyone's trying to hunker in and keep that cash socked away. But this is literally a record savings, a savings record that we have in America right now for the fact that people are saving their stimulus checks. People are saving the unemployment. People are just saving. And I know we've been saving. I'm not sure if it's just we've been saving way before all this, but this is uncertain times, and the way that America is handling it right now is just so terrible. And we could do better, but we're just trying to get back to it. Oh, and what's the name bot? I know this isn't random. I'm really random on here, but The Rock, he bought the XFL. I forgot to even mention that. He bought the XFL, and I think he bought it for cheap. I think he bought it for he partnered with somebody and got it for like 10 million or something like that, 10 or 15 million. I was like, man, I thought it would be worth more than that, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not worth more than that. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm taking a little sippity sip. But yeah, I'm out here in Irving, Texas, and I'm not sure if y'all know, but Irving, we have ExxonMobil out here, and they're changing things up for their shareholders to make sure that they're good. They're saying, because we're not making money right now and that we're taking L's with oil and all this, we're going to stop contributing and matching our employees' 401k. So they're not going to match. I think they match like 6 to 7% of what their employees put in their 401k. And they said, we're going to stop that because we got to make sure that the shareholders get paid and get their dividends and all that. And that kind of, that's a sign that shows that the worth of employees versus investors, and it's happening with Exxon, and, people are just trying to tighten their belt right now because of what's happening and uncertainty. But yeah, that sucks for those those employees. But what doesn't suck is that Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, is now a billionaire. Yeah, he is now. It's not usual that you would see a CEO, even the CEO of Google's not a billionaire. You wouldn't see them being at that level. But Tim Cook, who's been performing really well with Apple lately, especially this year with how Apple has skyrocketed. I mean, they went up like 54% in sales because everyone needed iPads. You're doing all these huge iPad orders for schools and districts and things like that, and everything went up. The AirPod sales and phone sales, laptop sales. I mean, they're doing really good, and given their performance, and the amount of stock that he owns like 0.002% of all of Apple stock, and he has been awarded other stuff, but now he's a billionaire. Now he could consider and call himself a Silicon Valley billionaire. And he's been there close to 10 years at Apple, because Apple is such a large company. You're talking about a $2 trillion company. That's like wild. $2 trillion. That's a lot. And, they're doing something, just so y'all can understand, some kind of stock split. Tesla's doing a stock split where you see like 4-for-1, and then you'll see Apple do a stock. No. Tesla did a 5-for-1 stock split, and then Apple did a 4-for-1 stock split. And let me explain so you understand what a stock split is. When they said they're splitting the stock, it's nothing different that's happening with the stock. It's that when the stock gets to a certain level, let's say too expensive for the average person to purchase an entire share. Let's say the shares have gotten to, let's say $500. Well, what they'll do is they'll do like a 5-in-1 stock split. So in essence, they'll get that. Imagine that stock, that share, $500 share being a big cake. Just because, like you put in big slices or little small slices, it's not less or more cake. It's the same amount of cake. So when they split their stock, they're giving you stock that is usually $500 for a share, and they're going to split it by, let's say, 5. So they're going to have $100 for a share, but it's still not the full amount. They just split it so people could be able to purchase it at a lesser rate. But I mean, you could already buy partial stocks already, so I don't see why they're even doing a stock split, for at all, because Tesla, their stock is like $1,500, almost $1,700 right now, and they're up like 300% this year. So I hope y'all got some Tesla on y'all. But yeah, people doing stock splits, and that's what a stock split is. A stock split is, you just splitting up how much an actual share costs between between like 3, 4, 5, whatever they want to split it into, and you could buy a lesser amount, but it'll still give you the opportunity to buy part of the share. But again, you could go to places like Robinhood, and you could do partial stocks. You could buy $5 of Apple. You could buy $20 of Amazon. So you don't have to buy $400 worth of Apple. You could buy a little piece of it. So I don't know why they said that. And one thing that I have to say is a little bit annoying for me. I don't know if y'all ever see it. Have you ever been to a place, a commercial place, or a house that you see there's like, you need an outlet, and there's like a wall with no outlet, right? And you rarely see it, but every wall, usually by design, should have an outlet. Is this just me? Most walls should have outlet. Not every wall, but a wall with no outlet means, especially if there's a lot of walls without outlets in any type of commercial area or home or whatever. It's based on efficiency. Sometimes you see an entire living room with 2 outlets. You're like, what? Y'all trying to cut corners like that? I know another random thing, but how annoying is that? If you're a builder out there, make sure that all accompanying, I don't even know what I'm saying. All walls have outlets, especially the walls that people will most likely put their chairs near, next to, or TVs near. Because I was at an event and they were looking for an outlet, and there's this huge shared space, and they had to run this extension cord damn near half a mile just to get like power into this shared space. And I'm like, there's no outlets at all on any of these walls? Oh, that's weird. That is weird. And this might be the last thing I share. This will be the last thing. I was thinking about this the other day. This is yesterday. I was thinking about the term lost and found. I was like, yeah, lost and found. I know places have lost and founds, like, wherever you might go, like a store or whatever. And I'm like, I wonder who has the largest lost and found. I wonder if that's a thing. And then I Googled the largest lost and found. And to my surprise, someone coined the term, which is very clever, by the way. Very clever. Is tile. Tile, the little thing that you put on your keys. So therefore you could like go places and not go places. I'm talking dumb. Like the thing that you put on your keys, so where if you lose your keys, you press the button and go dee 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 dee, and you can find your keys. Like my brother has one. He says it helped him find his keys a million times, and I need one because I lose my keys all the time. But Tile considers themselves the world's largest lost and found, because he's talking about they found this many cars, 10 million cars, and this many backpacks, and this many computers, and this many drones. And that's a clever way of using a common thing as far as like lost and found, but for them to say they have the world's largest lost and found. But it was just random how I discovered that, because I'm like, I wonder if that's even a thing. Like, because it's abstract to think, it's the world's largest lost and found, because that'd be an easy thing for like a building or someone to claim, to say, oh, look at our lost and found, this huge room. So I was like looking for to find that there's a technology company that says we're the world's largest lost and found was unique to me. I was like, I like how they spin that. I like how they did that little spin. So yeah, this has been so good talking to you as usual. As you know, we're about to join into a conversation with me, myself, and Bly. I know you're going to enjoy this. I hope that you enjoy your week. This has been a great one. I love you so much, and I'll see you later. Peace out. Hey.
What up?
How are you? You want to say nothing?
I'm so upset now.
Why?
I was in a good mood until I saw these coasters that I purchased, got them custom made. They're like, I don't know, what do you call this material? Like cement?
I thought it was stone.
Stone. And they have our last name on it, so it's so beautiful. But when you put a cup on there, it leaves a ring, a wet ring.
Yeah, it leaves a little wet.
Yeah, and then it doesn't even dry up.
That's crazy.
That's so ugly. Like, I low-key want to return it and get my money back.
Yeah, it leaves like a circle watermark on the actual.
That's so ugly. And I'm so upset.
Terrible. Yeah, I know.
Man, but other than that, I'm good.
I feel a little bit weird because, I brought on a water with a straw in it, right? Like last week you were like, why don't you get a straw? Mm-hmm. It's after I, looked at it that I saw that I was saying it. So, that you asked me. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I never answered it. But then there's a reason why I don't have a straw.
Why?
But I always want a straw. What's
the reason?
I feel like straws are a little bit like feminine a little bit.
Oh, like when you're trying to catch it with your tongue. You're like, when the straw running away from you, trying to catch it with your tongue.
Yeah.
Like, or,
like pursing your lips.
Yeah, you got to pucker them lips. Mm-hmm. Give the straw a kiss.
Yeah, and then there's like a third reason too. Is like you're so weak that you need a straw to deliver water to your mouth. You see what I'm saying?
That's how y'all be looking in the club. The men who be drinking when they be sipping through that little skinny straw. I'm like, look at him, little feminine.
It's the same thing. I think of.
I know, but at least this is a manly straw. Like I love this. This is what, metal?
Yeah.
So it's like recyclable, reusable, you know.
But you know what I thought in my head? I said, you know what? I'm gonna do what I want to do.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna bring on an ice cold cup of water.
Okay.
Put my straw in, and
that's what I'm talking about.
That's what it's gonna be.
That's what it's gonna be. Do what you want to do. Like you, be you. That's all you can be.
That's how I feel. I feel like who's to tell me I can't do this?
Exactly.
Whose rules am I living by?
Exactly. And if they judge you, oh well.
Okay.
Yeah. And moving on.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, I like that straw though. I do love it. But it is funny when I see guys sipping out the straw in the club. Oh, I used to.
It's feminine, right? It's no.
Well,
what's the word?
It's the way y'all have to like catch that straw with y'all tongue. Like, come in, straw. Come in, straw.
No, and then the worst thing, which happens when you're more in like an intimate situation when you're on a date, and then you miss the straw because you're talking.
Yeah.
But when you miss it, and then.
Or when you have to like catch it with your fingers, like you have to like kind of pucker it, like
yeah.
You know, and then you hold it like this.
No, you don't ever have to. You don't have to pucker like that. But
that's y'all be doing that.
When you miss it and the person sees it, it's so embarrassing that the person doesn't want to say it to you.
No, that's true.
You know, it's like one of those things. Like if I said it, that I just saw that person miss their straw, it's gonna make them feel embarrassed. So
that's
you
true.
know,
that is true.
So I feel like there's too many risks when it comes to a straw versus, even though I prefer a straw for easy delivery.
Oh my God.
I get this. I have to use the end, the edge of the cup.
Isn't it weird, like how we think of the craziest things when something like sipping out of a straw is just normal? You know what I mean? Like, okay, if a girl eats a banana, guys be thinking like, oh, she a freak. So when I'm driving to work and I'm eating my banana, I eat it when there's no car next to me because I don't want them watching me eat a banana. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's another thing where people are getting, I guess men are getting in trouble for eating
ice cream.
No, hot dog.
Oh, hot dogs?
Yeah, a glizzy.
What? Wait, tell me this. Okay.
So glizzy is obviously like a wiener dog.
Okay.
But it's like you can use it for anything, like a gun. A glizzy. I got a glizzy with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and when you're a man, you can't really eat a banana in front of anybody. Or you can't
That's what I'm saying.
You can't like eat like a push pop in front of nobody, right?
Or even like an ice cream cone, a vanilla ice cream cone from McDonald's.
You better take bites out the side.
That's what I'm saying. Like even when I eat an ice cream cone, like I have to make sure when we driving, I can't eat it like at the red light. You know what I mean? Because there's cars on both sides, and I know they watching me, so I'm just like, man, let me just wait till we drive and I'll take my little lick of ice cream.
Yeah, because it's obviously eating is already sexual. Right?
Oh my God, I guess.
Isn't it somewhat?
Eating what? A banana?
No, eating certain things that are similar to, eating itself because you put something in your mouth.
Right.
But now when you put something in your mouth, it looks like something.
That's sad. Y'all just gross. Y'all, people out there, y'all weird.
But what I saw that is also weird? On Instagram. Okay, when you go on I don't know if this is just my Instagram, but I feel like it isn't.
Probably yours.
When you go on the popular page, there's these, like, I guess, it's like food, or like they usually like cut food, or they do stuff with like food.
Yeah.
And the picture, the still image, they always freeze it to where it looks like genitalia.
What?
Yeah, always. Like they'll have a fruit, they're about to open it.
Yeah.
But it looks like
a butt or something.
No, like a vagina with a little thing. I'm like, what? And like even with chicken, they'll get chicken breast and cut it on the middle, and they'll show it open. So when you look, you're like, is that that's chicken. And I'm like, I think they're doing that on purpose.
That's on your page. That goes to show what you be looking at. That's your history popping up.
No. What I'm saying is, because when you go to those videos, the video after is like a Asian what do you call it? Video game.
Yeah.
Download. Those little ads that you get, not ads, but they're like super viral, like cutting, like someone might be chop, you know, or someone might be balancing on something.
But see, if Instagram notices that if you click the video or even watched it for like 2.3 seconds, they're going to keep showing you videos just like that. Because I remember one time I saw like a hair video. I don't know if I clicked it or if I just was like watching the ad. And then every ad after that was a hair ad.
Yeah, but don't you think that's part of it? Like if they put something, let's say on your popular page that looks like genitalia. Yeah. Right? You're like, what the hell? And you click it, you're like, oh, that's whatever it might be.
But
right?
you clicked it though.
I know. And you click it, and then now it sends you more of those type of.
Yeah, because you clicked it. Why are you clicking it in the first place?
My Lord.
See, that's what I'm saying. You over here clicking it, clickbait.
No, I'm not saying
baiting you.
It is bait. But I'm like, why do they always do it like that? It's
I don't know. Awkward. I mean, that's you showing your interest. Like I said, if I click the hair video,
that's not what I'm saying.
But if they're showing me a hair video, or if I'm like going through my popular page and I just stop to watch that hair video without even clicking it, every video after that is going to be a hair video.
That's different than if someone is cutting like candy.
Yeah.
And then they said, oh, he likes cutting candy. We're going to show him more videos of someone cutting. They're not going to do like that.
No, but if you watched it for like at least a second, I'm telling you, it's something weird about Instagram. If you just pause, even when you're scrolling through your popular page and you don't click nothing, you're just scrolling it. And if you see a video and you just pause and just watch it for like 2 seconds, every video after that is going to be that. It's very similar.
That's why I try not to click nothing.
I don't click nothing either.
I just scroll through. I'm like, I like this, but you're not going to get my my heart.
I don't be clicking nothing either, but I know if you watch it for like a little bit longer than a second, maybe. After that, it's like nonstop.
Do ads, you said ads work on you.
It did, yeah, but not, okay. Yes, it does. When I'm on Instagram and if I see like an ad for like clothing, especially if it's a website that I normally shop on, then I'll click it. And like, I'll be like, oh, let me see what they got.
I never, ever purchase from an ad.
I purchased one time and they screwed me over. So after that, I've never purchased anything from an ad.
Yeah, when I see an ad, even if it's something I really, really want,
yeah,
I still don't get it.
Yeah.
I still don't click it. Sometimes I may just click, but I never ever purchase through an ad. It's almost like, because I hate ads so much, that if I was to purchase through one, I'd be supporting ads or something crazy like that. But if I do get, if I'm scrolling through Instagram or if I'm just going online or something like that, I'll see something and I'll click, but I'll never like end up purchasing. Yeah. You see that stupid stuff when you're on a YouTube video and it says, pizza, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Who clicks out of the video to do whatever the ad is doing?
I guess.
To me, it doesn't make any sense. I'm like, when have I ever stopped what I'm watching to go to an ad to do something?
The boys be clicking it sometimes. So maybe it's to get like people who don't pay attention, like kids and older people. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm sure there's people who click the ads though. I would think that's the reason why they have ads, because it must work.
No, they definitely work.
Yeah.
But I feel like they work on some people who are less, who are more open-minded. Yeah. I'm really close-minded when it comes to like anything through an ad, just because I get solicited with so many things that I try and don't work. Yeah. Or I'll see the ad and I'm like, this is something I really want, but they're finding me so I can spend my money. I'm going to keep my money. Oh, God. That's how I look at it.
You're so silly.
You know, the only times where ads really work for me is if I'm super hungry and I'm driving by and I see like, Taco Bell. Nah, I'm not going to Taco Bell.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, Buc-ee's. Yeah, I could do a pulled pork.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, you're talking about like the billboards.
Yeah, if I see like a billboard of something, I'm like, I'll stop by. Like if it say something like, if I'm super hungry, it's like, sweet peaches, 2 exits away.
You gotta stop.
I gotta stop.
Peaches and Buc-ee's, you got to.
Hey, yeah, for real. That's
and
like
churches too.
Churches.
I'm sorry, y'all, but like we haven't done it in a while though. But in the past, every time we would go to Houston, it's like you like what you want to eat. I'm like churches. We stop at churches, and we stop at Buc-ee's on the way there and back. And then you started going to that peach farm. Whew.
The best peaches
in the world.
Yeah, in the world. It's funny because you never know that you have something so good. I mean, like it's like some things you think are good in your life until you've had
maybe the best. Those peaches were like crazy good, and we didn't get any this year. We haven't even been to Houston since what?
This whole year?
Yeah, I don't know.
But
January,
I guess
February, March, one of the months.
It's one of those things that look. You know, right now, I'm in this like weird gray zone. I don't even know what this is. I don't know what life I'm in right now.
And I was talking to DC, our sister-in-law. Yeah, because that's your sister too. And Clay is about to be 1 in October. And I'm like, I feel like I haven't even met him. Like our nephew. We've only met him. Well, you've met him. You've been with him several times because you used to go to Houston like every other week. But me, I'm like, I've only seen him maybe like 3 times.
I know.
And now he's turning 1 in October. Like this whole COVID thing just got everything all messed up.
Yeah. But I feel like people right now are using like COVID's like the perfect excuse.
Well, duh.
Because like let's say you're like we have boys. Mm-hmm. So let's say you have children, you want to bring them to your parents to watch them. Like, we have a party to go to, or we have to go do this. Now they can't say that. Mm-mm. And I bet you there's some like now that there's some grandparents who aren't really doing anything, and it's like, hey, can you watch y'all? They're like, nah, I don't want. They're at daycare. I don't want to get COVID now.
Oh my goodness.
I bet the excuse works both ways.
I'm sure it does. Not with our family though. Our family be like, what? COVID? What are you talking about? Bring kids over here.
Yeah, care less. My dad,
bring
my
the
mom,
babies over here.
He's like, yeah, we're the boys are at school, and just kind of worry about if like like their friends and like COVID. They're like, Junior, bring them by. I'm like, all right.
Man, I had a COVID scare this week, y'all.
Oh, you did?
Actually, last week my coworker he was tested positive for COVID, and so
your
second coworker tested positive, so I had to go and get tested, and man, I was holding my breath because last week Kenzo came home sick, our youngest one, and he was just kind of like clearing his throat a lot, sniffing his nose. I said, okay, maybe it's like a cold or allergy or something weird, but nothing like too crazy. And then I started feeling it. Mm-hmm. And then like a few days later, my coworker said he got sick. I mean, he tested positive. I was like, oh Lord, I think I got it. And I didn't pass it on to the family, So I go get tested. And then we kept the boys Saturday, Sunday, and we kept them out of school yesterday because I got tested Saturday morning. And so I was just so nervous. I was like, well, we're not going to bring them back to school until I get my test results because, we just don't know. And normally on the weekends, they're with their parents. Mm-hmm. So finally got my result back yesterday, negative. So this morning, we could not wait to drop them off.
Man,
I know you couldn't wait because you were with them for 3 days straight.
Yeah, I said, I can't do this another day. And it feels like, you start thinking like it is hard.
Yeah.
It's like so super hard. Yeah, it's super hard because, Saturday, all good.
Mm-hmm. I know y'all had fun Saturday. Y'all went swimming.
Yeah. You go, we got it in on Saturday. And then on Sunday, it's got to get a little tight.
Yeah, it's like, we going to chill in our pajamas all day, y'all.
But it won't be that bad. That's what I was thinking. It won't be that bad. And then Monday, it was the entire day.
You had to get creative.
Yeah, and I was like, man. So we, drove the cars. We did some things. Mm-hmm. It was because I was trying to work a little bit on the side while also.
Which that's impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible. That is an impossible task. Never. I don't want anybody to try that at home.
Well, unfortunately, for most parents who are working from home, their kids are not in school. Mm-hmm. They're gonna be doing school from home, homeschooling because of everything. So school started this past week, yesterday or even last week, I believe. So a lot of parents, they're forced to homeschool and work from home at the same time.
Man, I wonder
how that's gonna be.
What do you think about the whole school thing?
Ooh, see, our boys are in daycare. Idol is in pre-K, but they have pre-K and kindergarten at his daycare. Mm-hmm. So I guess it's a little different. But as far as schools, I don't know. That's just, they're older, so they can wear the mask all day. Whereas in daycare, those babies, they're not wearing masks. You know what I mean? The teachers would have to protect themselves by wearing masks. In regular schools, obviously the teachers and the kids would have to wear a mask, but I don't know how they social distance. If it's so many kids per classroom, you would need to hire more teachers, I would think, right? So you can do that, enforce the social distancing. But I don't know. I know it's tough on schools right now.
I know they have like a basketball court.
Oh, it's like a gym?
Yeah, gym. I would think that you could split a gym into... Yeah,
you could. But I mean, think about it. If you're in, let's just say elementary school, that's from what? Pre-K all the way up to what, 5th grade, 6th grade? In one gym. How are you going to use
No. That's saying that's the only option. I'm saying that you could take some of the kids out. I'm going down the hole. Yeah. Like I know what it's like.
You would need the space. You would need teachers, more teachers. I feel like schools are going through it. But then that picture went viral. A girl posted of the hallway being extremely crowded in her high school. Yeah. Not only did she get suspended, the photo went viral, but they did take back the suspension. So she's not suspended anymore, but she's been getting like death threats, like through social media and through email and her phone or whatever. So I think that's pretty like messed up that she's getting death threats because she posted the reality. Like, this is what I'm going to school with every day. So, and on that photo, some kids were wearing masks, some weren't. And they were like, you know how I get when a bell ring, everybody in the hallway. And that's what it is. And I'm just like, it's going to be bad. And they already saying, I think I heard on the radio today, I don't know if this was because school started or if this is because of the summer. I don't want to make up a number, but it says something like, I think they said like 100,000 or maybe 100 million. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. But students have tested positive for the virus. So I don't know if
already.
I don't know. I don't know if I didn't read it correctly. So I don't know if it's because of school starting or as this just started, like as the COVID happened.
Yeah, and I read that we're like it was the lowest infection rate like nationwide in
Dallas
in a month. No, nationwide or something like that.
What? Oh, really?
That's all I heard. I don't know. Look,
see what I'm saying? No.
I'm getting stuff from it. I saw it today.
Oh, you talking about when you say nationwide? You mean like the U.S.?
Yeah, in the U.S. It said we had the lowest infection rate in a single day.
Yeah, because Trump
recently,
he don't want nobody to test. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, and they take away a lot of tests though.
You know, somebody very close to me, I ain't gonna repeat who, somebody I work with had the nerve to repeat that.
Repeat what? Oh, about the testing.
Yeah, saying, well, if they stop testing, then the numbers won't go up.
I know.
I was like, you better get out my face.
I know, because some people think that it's logic, but it's like, that's not gonna. You not checking your thermometer is not going to change the weather at all.
Like I need to know if you are negative or positive, and I'm working with you side by side. And if you feel like we shouldn't be testing, then why you wear your mask? Like, you know what I mean? Like if you.
So a lot of people wear the mask not because they want to, but because they have to.
I don't know. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know.
But if you don't wear your mask and is it enforced in Dallas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's why she wearing her mask. But when she said that, I was just like,
well, when you mentioned about the girl who got death threats, right? What's up with death threats? You know, like in general, whenever someone says something publicly or something like that, and then they start to get like death threats.
Yeah.
All right. In how many cases does someone get a death threat
and actually die?
I
don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like death threats are usually in my head because
threats
are just random.
Yeah. But I feel like people do act on it. I'm sure.
I know. That's what I'm saying. When I was just like, I'm getting death threats, and you never really hear of
someone actually dying from the death.
Yeah, they had death threats, and next thing you know they're dead.
Yeah,
it's like whoa, like you know what I mean?
I know that is kind of crazy, but it's sad because she's in high school, and first of all, the school suspended her, which I think they are full of it. Why would they suspend her? Because she's posting what's really happening in her school. And then they took the suspension back. But then why is she getting death threats? I just don't understand. Like, why are you threatening this child? Why are you threatening to kill this child?
No, I think the friends at school are, taking advantage of her popularity because she got popular off of.
But she didn't give good.
No, I mean, what I mean is that she sent out something that in essence got the school in trouble.
Yeah.
And everyone went viral about it, and they're like, "Who sent it? Who sent it?" And they're like, "Look, you're trying to get us kicked out." You know what I mean? It's like one of those things. Like,
that's true.
Like, why were you threatening us being here by like snitching on us? They're looking at her like a snitch.
Oh, a snitch. Well, I mean, if that's what it is, that's what it is. She was snitching though. But why the school suspended her? That's just so stupid.
It's the same thing I see when there's like a racial or racist type situation, and they're like, "We talked to the parents, or we did that." I'm like, I don't even think that's really gonna do anything.
No, I ain't gonna do nothing.
And then suspending her, I feel like it's just abuse of power, really.
It is, and they ended up taking it back, but for them to suspend her in the first place was kind of messed up.
I know,
because it's their fault that they're not social distancing. So because her picture went viral, it is what it is. That's what she has to go through every day. That her health is being I don't want to say compromised, but you know what I mean, tampered with, I guess.
It is compromised, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If she's around a lot of people who, are just that close to each other.
Right. That's crazy. And like I said, on that photo, some people were not wearing masks. And they in that crowded ass hallway.
But what are your thoughts on, like, at least where we're at now? Because we're almost 6 months.
Well, it's August. So the lockdown started, in April?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's that? 4 months? I don't know.
Are you fatigued? Are you tired of it? Like in that way where are you okay with it?
I'm used to it now. And you know, maybe like a month ago I was exhausted, you know, burnt out. I could care less. You know what I mean? But now I'm actually used to wearing my mask at work. You know, granted, I can't wait to take it off when I get home, but I am used to wearing my mask. I am used to wearing my gloves. And I feel like it does protect you because, mind you, I'm working with a whole bunch of people. I'm working with, you know, I have 11 people that work at my store, 12 people. And then not only that, I'm seeing different customers every day. So we see about, I don't know, maybe from as small as 300 people to about 1,500 people, depending on what day it is. And I'm coming into contact with all these people. So, and I haven't caught it yet, you know, knock on wood. I don't know if this is wood, but so I feel like it does help, and it does prevent. There we go, and it does prevent you from catching it. So I'm used to it now. Like when I'm going to the grocery store, I hop out the car and I'm like, oh, my mask. You know, I go grab it. Like I'm okay with it if it's to protect me from getting sick and protect, you know, me from bringing the virus home to my family and getting you guys sick. I'm all for it. I'm not against it at all. Now this vaccine. We might have to talk about that.
For real?
I don't know about that. I'm a little nervous about the vaccine.
Why?
I don't know. It just makes me nervous because I'm just like, what is in it? And is it going to kill us all?
You know, it's right now they're doing a lot of places are doing stage 3, right?
What's that? What do you mean by stage?
So they have stages, stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 of the trial of a vaccine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the stage 1 is them trying to incubate and figure out whatever it is that unlocks and creates I get your immune system to fight back. Then second is they're gonna find like certain type of tests on rats and things like that, right? Or mouse. I don't know what you call it.
Both. Please.
Yeah.
Test them on both.
Yeah, and then third trial is when you go to like a bunch of people, thousands of people that are different and diverse, and you try to figure out, okay, what is it working with them or not? Like Russia, you know, they just said, you know, we just patented our first cure for.
I saw that.
Yeah, but people are clowning them because they're like, look, y'all got started way later than everybody else, and y'all haven't even did a third trial yet. So why are you out there talking about, oh, we have a cure, and y'all haven't even put it through the trials yet? He's like, we're gonna have to see some scientific data that shows that this is working, which is what helped me when it comes to understanding what's safe and what's not safe, which is, you know, you would think that there's just some evil people on the top who are just trying to, you know, like possess the people and do evil things with, you know, this certain vial of whatever, you know. But, you know, when you have a lot of things that are, I guess, debated between different scientists and different level, they're looking at it, a lot of them, independently, some of them not independently, but there's a lot of doctors out there who are looking to provide safe, essential things for their community. Right. You know, so they look at the peer-reviewed studies and they understand it on a deep level, and then they run their own little tests and they work with, you know, so I feel like there's a certain level of, you know, integrity that doctors do have. So therefore, what you're giving out doesn't make people sick. 'Cause I think that's the worst nightmare. Right. When you're doing something, imagine you truly caring about helping kids or something like that. You would want whatever vaccine or whatever solution for whatever this child is going through or may potentially go through, that you're helping. Right. But then the fact that, you know, for you to be, you know, secure or to confident about that, you would have to do the necessary research or behind the scenes to understand what you're giving out. Because I don't think, you know, like, I just don't think that, you know, a bunch of them are fools and say, you know, I don't care what it is, I'm just going to give it to them, whatever, you know, country mandate.
I mean, I would hope not.
I would hope not too. Because
I don't want them to wipe out, like, you know, all right, we're going to wipe out the whole black race.
This will be, you know, it's like, all right, we're going to, because think about it, even since the beginning of time, they said, all right, let's try this. And then now they're like, all right, let's try this corona thing. If this corona thing don't work, then we just got to get along with these black people.
Y'all just going to have to get along with us. I ain't taking it.
Yeah, so you're nervous a little bit about what's in it and what will it do and all that.
Of course. And you know, another thing that, random thought, Did you ever have chicken pox when you were younger?
I think I did.
I did too.
Yeah.
So now kids are not supposed to get chicken pox.
Why?
I don't know. They get some type of shot or something when they're babies. I forgot what it is, to prevent them from getting chicken pox. Mm-hmm. But I thought when we were younger, we were raised like, oh, get it now so you won't get it as an adult or something like that. It's good to get it out the way. You know, I don't know. But now it's like they don't want kids to have chicken pox. I wonder why.
What do you mean they don't want kids to have chicken pox?
Like doctors and stuff. They give them a vaccine, or they give them, I don't want to call it a vaccine. I don't know what it is.
I feel like there's some people who get really bad chicken pox and probably scar up their face and have all these bad issues, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just from, just itching. I don't know what it is. It is an open sore, pretty much, right?
But I wonder why kids
shouldn't have it
now. Yeah, but when we were younger, it was like I remember, well, not I remember, but from what my mom told me, I got the chicken pox first, and then I gave it to my brother, and then then my brother passed it on to my sister or something like that. But I ended up getting it first. So my mom.
But was it bad? Do you remember?
It wasn't like, it didn't scar me, but it was, she wanted all of us to get it at the same time. So she literally wrote down the dates. She actually texted me the actual paper that she wrote. And like I got it, and then she wrote like the date from when it started to when it ended, and then my brother got it. Like she wanted us to catch it, so she would have us like play together while I had it, so we all could have it at the same time. And she was just like, yeah, so y'all can kind of like get it out the way. Which I remember kids my age, like I remember them having chicken pox, but now like with the boys, they take some type of shot or something to prevent them from getting it.
And you're wondering what is the danger of chicken pox to even say, why do we need to prevent this?
Right. Like what changed through these years for them to not get chicken pox?
I don't know.
That's why I said it was a random thought.
Yeah, I would need to know a little bit more about like what chicken pox do to people.
I know. That's why I'm like so random.
Because adults, they get shingles. Which is adult chicken pox or something like that.
I know. Didn't you say you talked to somebody who may have had that?
Yeah, the Apple
guy. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, it was a little bit invasive.
I know. Y'all on the phone for like 3 hours. He over here telling you his personal business.
Yeah, and but yeah, I don't know anything about that whole. But when it comes to vaccines, I am hesitant. Yeah. Just because it's hard to trust an institute like America, or even or any government, but especially America,
especially right now,
to institute some type of a mandatory something that they put in your body.
Exactly. Especially with everything that's going on in the world right now, starting from the top to the bottom. That's what makes me nervous about it.
When we say top from the bottom, is
like the president to.
Oh yeah. But I was, people said, oh, they don't do herbal this or herbal solutions or medicine because the pharmaceutical agencies won't be able to like capitalize on it. Why is that?
I don't know. I
feel like that's not I don't know. Why isn't that we can't get herbal like remedies or and it's obviously because they can't put in a pill, but couldn't they, if they really wanted to, if they had an herbal sector of their business, more people buy herbal just because
that's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm always, whenever I have something going on with me, like I'll Pinterest it and see, okay, what natural remedy I can do at home instead of popping a pill. You know what I mean?
So why wouldn't they have all natural, like
I guess that would be like a vitamin.
No, like I'm talking about if there is something that you grind up or you put it, whatever it is, and it will solve your headaches. Let's say that.
That's marijuana. I would think that's what, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
You got to grind it up and crunch it up. That's marijuana. That'll solve the headaches.
You got to smoke it. It's like, that's crack.
Yeah.
That's crack.
It'll numb you though.
I saw this one thing where it said, would you rather, for $10 million, would you do crack once?
No.
You said no?
I'm good. I've never seen crack before in my life. I've never seen anybody on crack. But drugs scare me.
No, but when they say 10 million, I'm like, crack must be that bad.
Crack is whack. Crack is cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me quote Whitney. So because she said that, I don't know if I want to try it, for 10 million. But if it was like a rich person drug, what would that be? Like cocaine?
Yeah, cocaine.
I'd probably do that.
10 million?
Yeah.
How about heroin?
No, is that the needle thing?
Yeah,
No.
So things like that.
No, that's too much. Like when I see that in movies, it make me cringe. I'm like, why are they even showing that? It makes me, it makes my skin crawl when I see
Have
stuff
something
like that.
which I've never had, like a Xanny.
No, see, I don't want to do all that. Like ecstasy and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. No, I don't want to do it. No.
Yeah.
Well, that's not, but for 10 million, I probably would.
Oh, for 10 million?
Yeah,
oh,
I would do that. Yeah. I would do that.
I'm talking about in general.
no,
Also
not in
like,
general.
10 million?
If
For a show.
If you got 10 million right here, I'm like, give me one. Let me try it real quick.
He's like, hold on. This 10 million cash, right? It ain't
Right.
no joke.
But you know what's gonna be messed up though?
What?
You're gonna take it, pop that pill, then you're gonna be passed out and they're gonna take that money and run.
That's
the
true.
messed up part.
That's like Kill Bill.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's one. Was that Kill Bill 1 or 2, 3?
I think it was
2.
1.
No.
I might with the snake in the inside of the.
Yeah, was that 1?
I don't know. I think it was 1, but I could be wrong.
It could be.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that is 1.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite parts with the snake.
The snake, yeah. I love when, I don't know what he was drinking, like a lemonade and vodka or something. Yeah. And he had it all in the blender and he's drinking it, but he's crushing on the ice. I love that part.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. It's so soothing to me when I'm seeing him like drinking and crush the ice and he's like slamming a cup on the table and it like kind of spills everywhere. Something about that. Even when he was making it in the blender.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like those soothing type videos, you know, when they cut like fruit or cut a piece of cake or something, or they drive over like Play-Doh.
Yeah, do you know so I'm about to say, you like all that kind of stuff.
I like that, yeah.
You know, there's one where they have the people in the woods, but it looks like an indigenous group, and they make something like some type of food. And,
Did I tag you in that when one guy made pasta?
In the big thing?
Yes. I don't know if I tagged you. You may have seen it.
But I've seen stuff like that.
Yeah, he made like fresh. He was in the woods and he made like fresh pasta. Started with like the flour. He cracked the egg in it and he like, dough kneaded and whatever. And he made pasta and then it was like this fettuccine or whatever. And then I think he had chicken. I don't know, but it looks so good.
What was your favorite part about what makes you like those videos?
I don't know. It's soothing. Something about it is just feels like.
It's how they do the sounds because it's like real quiet.
Yeah, that too. That too. But it's not even the sounds for me. I could watch it on mute. Like when they cut through like Play-Doh or just slice a piece of cake, or when they like drive over like it's always something soft that I like. Or when I see them cut like a candle or something, I don't know, something soft. When they drive over like a bottle and it makes that crush noise, I could watch it, but I'm not like, it's not soothing to me. But when it's something soft, something about it is just like, ooh.
The ASMR.
What's that?
That's the whole.
I don't like that. No,
that's so.
Yeah, that's not me. I don't like that.
There's some people who were like, I love that.
No, and then when you watch people eat and they make all the slurping sounds.
Oh no!
I don't like that either. See, I don't have to have the sound. I just want to see. I just like the softness of something being like smashed or cut or.
How about something like if they're breaking an iPhone or something like that?
No, not like. That's what I'm saying. Like anything that crunches and breaks and stuff. No, it has to be something soft.
Oh, so you got a little niche.
You know what I'm saying? And actually, I just discovered that about myself, like during the quarantine.
Oh, about that?
Yeah, because I think the boys were watching YouTube on their iPad and they may have accidentally clicked it.
Yeah, they're watching those.
Yeah, and I was just like addicted to it. I was like, ooh, what is this? You know, and I'm like watching it, like, ooh, I like it.
Yeah, I like not a lot of them, you know, the whole So Satisfying. It became like I don't know if that's still like a viral thing. I know there's certain viral videos, but on Snapchat there'll be an actual channel for like So Satisfying.
Oh yeah, it was like that on TikTok too.
Like a channel strictly, but I don't see it as much anymore.
Oh, maybe people moved on from it.
Yeah, I feel like they're like spinners. Are those called spinners?
I never had that. I think so, yeah.
Are people. I remember people who, look, I ain't going to say who it is. I remember people who went into it and started. I didn't try to go and sell it.
I know.
But I could see myself selling them, but I was there too late.
Man, we had a kiosk in a mall that was selling them.
Exactly.
Kiosk.
How long would that kiosk be there?
It wasn't there that long. Yeah, I know. I thought it was so weird. I was like, this all you selling, just in multiple colors with different emoji prints and stuff. Yeah, a whole kiosk.
Those kiosks in the mall are kind of expensive though.
Yeah, there's this one lady. She's been there for a long time, and she only sells like hair accessories, and they're all like bedazzled. And then she started adding like hair extensions. She's been there for a really long time. I'm like, man, she must sell a lot because they are expensive. Every other kiosk I see, they just close up shop real quick.
Yeah, for short term, it's like $2,000. for like a week or even less, like a few days, and then
she's been there for years.
For a month, I think it's like 6,000 to like 12,000, depending on which one you're at.
She must be breaking bread because she's been there for years. I've been in that mall for 6 years, and I remember her being there since I started, or maybe a little bit after.
Yeah.
So she makes really good money just selling like bedazzled hair barrettes.
Yeah. So would you ever work or start a business as a kiosk?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, if I do it, it'll only be like seasonal. Like I see a lot of people who do like, cute little gift giving stuff items for like Christmas, Christmas tree ornaments or candles. I would do something like that, if it's only like seasonal, but I wouldn't do it like all year round.
Yeah, it seems like an alternative type business.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? So like, do you know anybody who's ever owned a kiosk? I don't. And I know a lot of people who do business, and you're thinking, I will at least know one or two who are in the business world who do kiosks. But, and I feel like even for our kiosk owner, I bet they're kind of weirded out when they're like, hey, come to my store. You think it's a store. And you're like, hey, I'm between Macy's. I don't see between Macy's and Urban Outfitter. You're like, no, look towards the middle. You're like,
and
oh.
you're waving at each other.
Yeah. And they're in the middle, because, there has to be something about kiosks because North Park, they don't have any kiosks. They
don't have any, yeah.
And Galleria, they have kiosks all the way.
Well,
right?
now I think she's probably the only one. Before that, maybe 3 or 4, maybe. But it does cheapen the mall. I see why North Park doesn't have it.
Why is it cheap? Why does a kiosk cheapen?
No offense to anybody who has a kiosk, but it does bring down the value of the mall. Like it does make the mall look kind of like cheap a little bit
because it's like little mini stores.
Yeah, Grapevine Mills, they have them throughout the entire mall, and it is a outlet mall. I think that's what it is.
It didn't used to be at the beginning.
No, okay, so it is an outlet mall, and they have some really good stores in there. Like they have stores that aren't outlet, which is confusing. But they have kiosks. I mean, after kiosk, but it is kind of like this is a lot, and it looks kind of cheap.
Yeah, is there a way to make I guess that's a dumb question. Like, is there a way to make a kiosk look good?
I mean, yeah, I think so. If you do like those macaroons, I don't know if that's a kiosk. Is that just like a macaroons? You know how they have those stands?
Yeah. You like those?
Yeah, I think they're really cute because they're very like Frenchy, and they're like white, and then you have all these different color like macaroons, so those are really cute. But when it's like those other little spots, like when they sell like cell phones or toys, it just brings the value down. In my opinion, I worked in a mall all my life basically, so I get it.
Yeah, it reminded me of like, because there's when you talk about kiosks, there's a little kid who opened. They said, he started his first business in like a little like kiosk hot dog area. It was like hot dogs and like fries. I think it was
cute.
Something like that. Him and his little sister.
Yeah.
And then I saw another like picture video someone saying, I'm so glad I got my package in. Thank you so much. Not from that child, but this was like around the same time.
Okay.
All right. The child, you could tell the child put on the label themselves.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And like, it was crooked. It was all wrinkled on the end. And, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I said, the parents not wanting quality control?
They're kids. That's the cute thing about it. Like if a kid had a lemonade stand and they had like some seeds in the lemonade, I ain't gonna get mad.
No.
I'd be like, these are kids. You know what I'm saying?
In the lemonade.
Instead of having like a label, they're like writing on the cup and like they're like, this is Leslie and Sean's lemonade. You know what I mean? They just wrote it with a permanent marker. I feel like this is cute.
What do you look like complaining to a lemonade stand owner?
But that's what I'm saying. When it's children, you gotta give them a pass.
You're like, excuse me, there's seeds in my lemonade. Right. Can you give me one without seeds? It's like, look at this person. I already have a 6-year-old. But there's customers like that.
Oh, trust me, I know.
But what I'm saying is, when that person had that
the label all
crooked, it was all like squeezed on one end.
Okay, though.
And then I looked, and I'm like, okay, none of the labels really fit like that.
Oh my god!
But I get it, what they're trying to do.
Oh
but
my god!
Is that wrong?
It's coming from you. Well, you're a business owner,
no.
so you
I'm not.
look at the professionalism of everything.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with what they're doing.
I know you don't. But I'm just saying, because you own business, you see perfection. You know, when you see that, you're like, oh, it probably makes you cringe. And I see kids, I'm like, oh, that's so cute and adorable. They did it themselves.
I would have been like, if I was like, we're gonna send this out, and they, put some labels all crooked. I'm like, no, put it.
See, I know exactly.
Yeah, and it's like, no, this is what I do, Dad. I'm like, crooked is what you do.
And I'd be like, leave them alone. They're kids. So cute.
And I'm like, he didn't package it himself.
He might have though. If it was crooked like that, he definitely packaged it himself.
Have you seen a crooked, like a really crooked and wrinkled label?
No.
So when I saw it, I was like, who's this? I saw it as a kid. I said, now, who ain't?
I'm mad at you right now.
Someone ain't got this kid's back, because I'm like, come on now.
I'm mad at you. They're children. Let them run their business the way they want to run it. At least they don't running a business. Like you, out of 1 million people, yes, we know you did. But I'm just saying, not all kids have your mindset.
But that's fine. You know what? I'm talking about kids that are like, I'm not starting a business at 8 years old. If I started a business at 8 years...
Y'all hear him? Do y'all hear him?
What?
You are crazy.
If I started a business at 8 years old, it would still be like how I would if I'm 12 years old.
No,
when I was 12, look, when I started, but you know those little things?
The fortune cookies?
Yeah, fortune teller. And I was making those before we go into like 7th grade.
Yeah.
I still had to, make sure that, but... Let's just say I just put whatever.
I know. Well, even your parents wouldn't let you go out looking like that either. Because I know for sure your mom would be like, Junior, what are you doing? Like, she'll help you perfect this. So I understand what you're saying. With that child, if the child put the label on himself, the parents should have been like, let me help you, because that's not how it should look. It should look like this.
Yeah. And,
so I do get what you're saying.
And what I'm saying, they didn't package it themselves, meaning like when they mailed it, they didn't put it in the mail, find it. They didn't do all that themselves. So I'm like
who did it?
Someone helped them in some way. You know what I mean? In some way.
I don't think they helped them. I think they hurt them.
Yeah, and they stopped them. I mean, they stopped helping them at some point.
Oh my goodness. I see what you're saying. No, I agree with what you're saying, but
I want to, like, when I saw that crooked label, I'm like, I want to know the story behind that crooked label. There's a story behind it.
They're kids. That's the story. The end.
It's true. I got actually the word. Let me see what surreptitious.
What?
Surreptitious.
Surreptitious? Surreptitious. Does it have anything to do with superstitious syrup?
No, that's like doing things in a stealthy, secret type way. So if you did it in a very surreptitious, how do you say it?
Surreptitious?
Surreptitious?
Surreptitious.
We're terrible at this.
Man, I know, right? I'm over here trying to learn from you. And you over here asking me.
I'm trying to tell you the word. I'm like, surreptitious.
You saying it with a question, though.
No, surreptitious.
Surreptitious.
Yes, surreptitious.
There we go. Surreptitious. Yes. Gotcha.
Yeah, surreptitious
like
is
that.
like a secret, like stealthy way of doing something.
I'm only that when it comes to when it's like around your birthday and Christmas, I guess.
Yeah, but you always get me. I can't.
No, you can't get me.
Yeah. There's nothing I could move or put somewhere that you don't see.
I even have a question about something in the bedroom that I saw. I was like, when was this put here? I'm asking about it later.
Now you're making me nervous.
No, it's nothing.
Whoa.
But no, I notice everything. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm a Virgo. I notice everything. Like, you cannot do nothing without me looking at you and you already like, let me explain myself. Let me tell you what happened. Or you even just tell me before, but I just notice everything. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I can't do nothing in a surreptitious way when it's around you.
Nope.
Which is not a bad thing.
Nope.
Maybe that's why you can see all my blind spots.
Yeah, I think so. I have eyes like not only in the back, but like on the side and on the side of that side and on the other side of that side.
So it's like you look too much.
But I don't even be looking for stuff. It's just I just walk in and I be like, something different. For real.
Something feels off.
Some feel off, and then I'm just going by my daily routine, and then there it is. I'm like, see, I knew it.
You know what I think that is though?
What?
On the other side note, you know when you walk in a room and there's a certain amount of mass in the room.
Yeah.
And then when something is taken out, let's say a pen, or let's say something's added in, let's say a shoe.
Yeah.
The mask changes.
Maybe.
So I feel like to a certain level, maybe you are more keen on the room's mask.
Maybe.
So when you walk in, you're like, something feels different.
Yeah.
Because just like if I was to, like some people you could sneak in a room and they would never know.
Right.
Whereas in you, something would change.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, you're like someone's in the room.
Definitely.
So I feel like some people are more keen on certain things, which I think that's you. Like, you know, you walk in a room, for some reason, some part of you understands the mass in the room. Yeah. And you know when there's like an extra cup.
Yeah, I be knowing.
Or if there's like a CD or something that's off, or if a picture was moved.
Oh, that's true.
You like,
especially that all the time. If the picture shifted, I'm like, the boys was playing rough in here, huh? And you're like, yeah, they were throwing toys. I'm like, yeah, because I could just kind of shift it a little bit, you know? Or even when you lose stuff, I already know where it is. You're like, blah, where are my keys? I'm like, I saw it in your closet.
Yeah, that's
I just remember.
A skill. That's a skill.
I don't know what that is. And I don't even be looking for stuff.
It's not a skill, it's a gift.
It's a gift.
Yeah, it's a gift.
Maybe that's what it is. I mean, I did see a ghost one time.
Well, I didn't see it, so I can't co-sign.
That's me from being from New Orleans. But it happened at your place, and you were there when it happened. I freaked out.
But something I think is like might be like a mind glitch.
No, I don't freak out just to be freaking out. I freaked out, y'all.
Yeah, so yeah, that's true.
That's another story for another day.
Because I was wondering on like if you have that gift, is it a gift and a curse to have that? Or is it just a gift?
No, I wouldn't say it's a curse. It's definitely a gift. Yeah. I think it's a gift because I mean.
Does it follow you everywhere? Like at work? Like they rely on you for.
No, not work. I mean, it depends because I could remember like where something was placed the day before or 2 days before, or who touched what, who sold what, who didn't replace what. Like my eyes are everywhere. So I do remember, something that the coworker did, even if the coworker doesn't remember. I'm like, you sold that shoe 2 days ago. Remember to that client who was complaining? They're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. And then remember with the whole, even with a person with a mask on, you can still, even if you haven't seen them in like 8 months, you can still kind of get a sense of who that person is.
Oh, shoplifters for sure. I don't know how many shoplifters we got. Just before they enter the store, I'm like, I see that person in line. I just see their eyes. I'm like, does that person have gold teeth? And they just so happen to put their mask down and start talking. And then the security guard's like, yeah, he got gold teeth. Why? What's up? I'm like, yep, he a shoplifter. I remember him. I remember those eyes. I don't know how many shoplifters I caught this summer and during this whole quarantine, but something about the eyes I remember. Yeah. Now, I'm horrible with names and I'm horrible with faces sometimes too. We'll go to a bunch of parties and people come up and hugging me and I'm like, I don't remember this person. And I've met this person like 10 times, but it has to be something like traumatizing for me to remember you. Yeah. Like if you're a shoplifter and you stole like while I was there, I would remember that because I can connect that to you.
That's how I use it too. Sometimes it has to make a mark.
Exactly.
That's why when some people say like when you're trying to memorize things, do something like scream or do this. Like, come on now, I'm not gonna be screaming every time I.
No, if you if you laugh loud or if you curse every time you talk or something, I'm like, that's the person that curse all the time, right? I can't remember their name, but I'm like, I have to connect something with them to remember. Yeah, but a shoplifter, ooh, I be getting them.
So what happens when you do get one? Like you just say,
well, we just call like mall security and the police. They come into the store and
before they even get nothing.
Then they don't buy nothing. They be so spooked out. They be watching the police more than the police be watching them, and they end up just leaving because they just uncomfortable. But
there's a Tom Cruise movie on that called Vanilla Sky or something like that.
Oh, really?
Where he's able to they're trying to create technology to prevent crime, and they said, is it legal to arrest someone before a crime has happened? But this thing could predict that person's about to, it could predict when a person's about to commit a crime. Yeah. They'll be getting the gun ready, do all that. But based on the little thing that, gave them that technology or whatever, they get there and they stop it right before they happen. And they're like, is this legal? There's been no crimes in this long. And, how do we know that? Because it said it can mess up,
Oh, I see. Okay. But it's a glitch.
Yeah, but is it worth it? Is it worth having a glitch?
Well, I feel like you can arrest somebody if, before they commit the crime, if they committed the crime in the past. You know what I mean? Because these shoplifters have stolen from us before. We just couldn't get them because they left with the merchandise. Yeah. But then they come back to steal again. So we have to prevent them from stealing, or we let them steal, and then as soon as they walk out, the police catches them, and then they can be arrested. So we've done that before too. So there's 2 ways we can go about it, but we just try not to have them leave with the merchandise. We try to stop them beforehand.
I get that. Well, as you know,
It's come to an end.
another great one.
Of course.
I love these conversations.
Man, we just be rambling. We could talk for hours, y'all.
I know it's gonna be like, what we talk about this time?
We never remember.
I know until you watch it again, you're like, oh, that was
Like,
good.
oh, that's what we talked about.
Oh, so fun. I remember that. All right, we'll see y'all later. Y'all enjoy your day. Peace.
Peace out.
And always remember that research will do what your imagination can.